Welcome to the Pints and Profits show, guys. And don't adjust your TV. Fisher Flips is not here. He is not here. Why don't you introduce yourself and then I will introduce the show.
Okay, my name's Tara and I go by Sell Trash Get Money on Instagram. I am a full-time reseller.
Rock on. And she does sell trash and she does get money. I've seen it. I love following your channel on Instagram. You find the coolest stuff, side of the road, the free pile. That's all like right there in my heart. Like that's the stuff. There's so much stuff out there, right? And then you hear these people are like, I can't find anything. And you're not looking. You have found the Pints and Profits show. I am Dennis, the Free King Flipper. I sell things on Amazon, a lot of free things. Facebook Marketplace, I do a tiny little bit of Poshmark. And we do a live show every Thursday. Fisher Flips is actually on vacation in Florida. Scott, I hope it is warm and sunny and cold drink in your hand. I have a cold drink in my hand. It's a new one. I love the name. Orange is the new yellow. I don't know, but I'm going to crack it open and I will let you know what I think. We have a packed show tonight. We're going to try to get through a bunch of these topics. I know Tara has your own topics, and I have a game that I'm going to challenge you to. Wow. Like fresh squeezed OJ. It's absolutely amazing.
Should I show my drink too?
Yeah, what do you got?
This is by 1220 Spirits. It's called Lemonade and Lavender.
Ooh.
And it's really good.
Is that a local
Well,
place?
No, it's in St. Louis, but you know, it's still in the same state. But yeah, they also make a cherry limeade that's really good. And they have like a Moscow Mule one, like a spin on Moscow Mule, but it's really good.
The cherry lime one is like a lime Ricky type of thing.
I don't know what that is.
Tart, is it kind of tart versus sweet?
Yeah, well, it's like do you know what a cherry limeade is from like Sonic? Do you have those? Or it's
Not
usually
around
like
here.
Sprite, grenadine, lime juice.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah.
What's the alcohol in that? Do you know?
This one, well, yeah, Demon checked it before I came on because he's worried that I'm going to drink too much.
We'll see what happens.
It's 5.5. Okay.
Right.
So it's not bad. I bought this other one called Tip Top. It's like a espresso martini in like a mini can. The can is like this big. That thing has 22% alcohol in it. It's like, I'm just going to throw it away.
What?
It was the weirdest thing I've never seen. It's a little tiny can that's like this big. Like
6-7 ounces?
No, I mean, it is probably 4 or 5 ounces.
My God.
Look it up.
I think I'd have one of those and probably be done with it.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to taste like rubbing alcohol.
All right, let me start off with some, I don't know, I guess some like softball type of questions for you. Kind of like a get to know you type of stuff, and maybe get some, I don't know, some people interested in these topics. First off, how have sales been? I talked about my sales last week being some of the worst weeks that I can remember. And if your sales were good or bad, did you do anything to kind of change them, or have you noticed anything?
Well, April 15th was probably my worst day. Well, week, because I get paid weekly. It was probably my worst week in probably 3 years.
Okay.
It was horrible. And I don't know if it was because of taxes. I mean, I don't know if it was because of the tariffs. I'm not really sure what was going on. My sales have not been consistent. On a weekly basis, they're fairly consistent, but day to day, I don't see a consistency. Yeah. It's a roller coaster. one day they'll be really low, the next day it'll make it up. So I don't really do anything. I just keep listing.
Okay.
Because anytime I do something drastic, I see a big lull in sales.
Really?
So I just ride it out.
So you don't do like a sale
No.
or really?
No, I have found anytime I do a sale that my sales tank for about 2 weeks after that sale.
Wow.
Like as a whole. So I don't do any sales. I do offers. Usually I used to do 10% offers. Now I'm stepping it up to 15.
Yeah.
And if it's a bad day, I will send a 20% offer. But that's just kind of what I'm doing. So
have you seen it pick up at all?
I mean, it's usually it's fairly consistent on the weekly basis, except for that. You know, I did have a few bad ones in February and March, and then that one in April. But for the most part, it's fairly consistent.
I think the entire month of April was horrible for me. According to the metrics, I was down almost 30%. It's just, it hurts. It really hurts. But what I did was I noticed that I had an old negative feedback on there and like 2 neutrals.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm like, it can't be that. It can't. As soon last week, one of those, the negative went away almost within 24 hours. Boom. And everything was back to normal. And knock on wood, it has been like 10 days and it's just like the sales and like what I'm used to. And, you know, it can't be that simple. But
I know. I have wanted to keep a diary because it seems like every time there's like a slow week, a slow day, there is a reason. Like I can literally pinpoint it to current events, things, you know, like the negative, you know, but I mean, I don't know how to tell if that's really what it is.
Yeah, I don't know. And we'll never know because they'll never say anything about that. They'll never, you know, it's conspiracy type stuff, but I don't know. It just seemed as if that one, you know, defect went away and then bam, it was less than a day back to normal. Like, whoa, didn't list anything crazy. I didn't, you know, do a crazy sale or coupon. I just stayed the same. And then all the little bar graph just went boop, and it's just been like this instead of down here.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Have you been noticing, like, for the past couple weeks, I've had really old items sell, like things that have been listed since like 2022. So I don't know if there was some kind of update.
I've noticed that as well, but I just said, you know, I'm running a sale on the weekend, like a weekend sale, and I normally run a coupon that just doesn't expire. You know, I just keep renewing it. And I just thought it was something like that. Like finally it hit that price point where someone's like, oh, okay, I'll buy that. I don't know. But yeah, I can't explain it. I'm not complaining because I'm back where. So, all right, moving on to, do you have something? Do you have a topic or a question?
I was just going to ask you if you have ever regretted not buying something because you didn't like have the knowledge base, and then after you walked away, you were like, oh, I should have got that.
This was 2 summers ago. I think it was 2 summers ago. This wasn't really a buy thing. This was kind of like I just didn't have the knowledge thing. And a buddy of mine does clean outs up in like 2 towns over. And he's like, hey, if you come over and help, you know, there's a whole bunch of stuff that you might want. Just take it for free. I'm like, okay. So I end up going up there and it is a wall of mixed media. Most of it sealed.
Wow.
And I think the problem was it was so overwhelming for me. I left probably half of it. And then as I got it home and started going through it and started listing it and people were like buying it, I'm like, oh. I left money. all I had to do was like another trip, and I'm
Oh,
like, no, I'm good. You know, don't ever say like, nah, I'm good. I don't need it. Yes, you do.
you do.
Yes, you do. So I still kick myself to this day. I'm like, why didn't you just take all of it? Take all of it, and then I could always donate it or throw it away
Mhm.
or dispose of it. But I didn't. I didn't know what it was, and I was lazy. And those two things are a killer. So, what about you?
I mean, sometimes like this was a couple. Well, it was probably like 9 months ago. I was at this penny sale, and they had a whole. It was a weird place. It was a half consignment store, half thrift store, and they had
Okay.
all these Barbies from like the 80s, and I everything was a penny. I literally cherry picked maybe 5 out of this huge box. That,
Oh, no.
I mean, I could have probably got $50. I mean, each item was a penny, but I'm like, I don't want extra stuff, so I just have that in
Yep.
my mind. But a couple weeks ago, I was going to these neighborhood garage sales, and I pulled up to one, and this guy had all those big tents set up, and then
Mhm.
probably like 4 banquet tables. And anytime I see that at a garage sale, I'm like, oh God, you're like an antique guy. This is going to be insane. And so, anyways, I walked up there, and he had pocket knives. I mean, hundreds of them inside of like vintage train cases. And then he had a bunch of cast iron pans. I mean,
Oh,
probably
nice.
50 of them. And I don't really know that much about cast iron. I know Griswold's good,
Yep.
whatever. And he had these sign on these pocket knives that said $30 each. And I said, what, do you sell these at flea markets, antique shows, whatever? He said, no, he was very vague. It was a very strange situation. And anyways, I ended up saying, well, I don't really know anything about pocket knives, so I'm going to leave. Went to a couple more garage sales, went home, then started looking on my phone, and I was like,
Oh, no.
oh my God. Okay. I go to the ATM. Okay. I get out a ton of money because he
Were
had
they,
so many of them.
can
Okay.
I interrupt you? Were they case, CASE?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I know. So, I
Yep.
mean, it's like when you look those up, like there's a million different kinds, there's tons
Right.
listed, and I was sitting in there in front of his house looking them up, but there were so many of them
Right.
listed. I didn't even go look at the sold because there was like 55,000 listed, and so I was like,
Wow.
I'm gonna get screwed on this. I don't want to pay $30 each. I don't even want to pay $20 each, whatever. Go home, start looking them up, and that sell-through rate is close to 50%. I mean, it is
Yep.
insane just by a blanket search. And so I go to the ATM, I get all the money, I go back. As I'm pulling up, I see this guy walking out with 2
No.
train cases full, and I'm like, no. And I said, oh my God, do you have any left? And he goes, no. He just spent $1,600. And I said, I just went and got money out of the ATM. I said, I'm pissed. And he had a few left, and he said the guy was throwing them around really fast or whatever. And so I found maybe Roker. I don't know. I found a case one and Roker and something else. But I did put that case one. So I got him for $22 each. And I mean, I was this close to getting, and I was
Ugh.
so pissed. But it's one of those things where it's such a big gamble. But then, you don't even care how it turns out just because you want it. But anyways, I did that. One of them I have sold. I think I sold it for 140. So when I
Yeah.
paid 22 for it, and the other two, I'm gonna have to look up on Worth Point because I'm not. But I mean,
Yeah.
that thing sold instantly, so I probably underpriced it. It was somebody had a safe search up for it. So
That hurts.
I
As soon
know,
as you said that, and I'm like, oh no,
I know.
oh no. And then he probably bundled that whole deal, just said, I
Yes.
just want to buy them all. And
And it was
at
like
least,
3:30 in the afternoon. You know what? Like he
yeah,
had those knives there all day. And I didn't even realize that when you open a pocket knife, it has those numbers on the blade that
yeah,
tell you what it is. And then like the case ones, I can't remember how many dots were on the ones. like the dots denote the value of them, I guess, on the ones I was looking at anyways. Maybe it doesn't matter,
So
but
you would do on average like $30 buy-in for almost 150 to 180 a piece, something like that.
yeah, I bought those for $22 each, 3 of them for $22 each, because they were the only decent ones
Yeah.
there, in my opinion, because like I said, I know nothing about these knives. And yeah. So anyways, that guy is making a killing, and I am so sad about it.
He's gonna probably 5x his money, like the
Oh my
$1,600 buy-in is, but he'll get that back like that.
And quick.
Yeah.
Those have a good sell-through.
If you, yeah. I want to know if anybody else has had this experience. Let us know in the comments. It's painful. It's a painful memory because it's, I don't know. You learn now. Now you go to a table, you look down, and you're like, hell yeah, I know exactly what this is. But sometimes
I know
it's the hard way.
Well, like those knives, it's like such, I don't know. I really need to do more research on it. I mean, I could tell they were old.
Yeah.
You know, that was good. Yeah. God. Yeah.
People collect them. People, that's all they want to carry. You know, a real nice quality made knife. Some of them are like heirlooms, where they'll pass the knife down to their kid, and then it's a big name. I mean, and those are like, they're like Disney people. You know, they see that word case, they're like, I'm in. So I don't know. We learn, right? So guys, there's a bolo for you. If you see that, definitely don't just walk by. Do a little bit of research there, get them at a good price. And like Tara said, you're going to make money. I mean, she literally left money right on that table.
I know. Now I have a stash of cash, a lot in my car, just in case because usually I'll just bring a certain amount to garage sales. And if I have to go to the ATM to get more, I do. I don't care. But now I'm going to have a stash.
You never know when you're going to run into something like that where you're like, I guess I'm done yard selling today because I'm going to buy this whole thing and I'm going to 5x my money and set myself up. I mean, that's what it is. So if I could have gone back and gotten more of that media, I totally would have. Like sealed stuff out of print, like they're not producing this certain CD, DVD or anymore. You know, they were getting like $30-$40 for a sealed. And I just loved it. Dumb. That was dumb. That's dumb. That's a rookie mistake, and I should not have done that.
I know, but then you also get to the point where you have so much stuff. Like sometimes I just get in the fit where I'm donating all this, I'm throwing it away, I'm putting it in the dumpster. I don't care, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if it's new, that's different to me because I feel like it will sell at some point.
I was just in a hurry, and I should not have been. You know, you got to stop and think, okay, hold on. You know, don't be hasty. And that's exactly what I did. I said, I got enough is what I kept telling myself. No.
Well, I've been places. Oh, I'm sorry. I've been places too where I've like seen people, like there's this vintage Coach purse called a Crescent. And this lady at this church garage sale was a shopper, you know. I said, oh, I love your purse because I knew what it was. Okay. And she said, oh, thank you. It's Coach. And I'm like, oh, I know. And she said, I got it at a garage sale. Those purses sell for like $350. You know, in hindsight, what I should have done is I'll pay you $50 for that purse.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, but like in the moment, like I never think of things like that. And then afterwards, I'm like kicking myself because I know she would have said yes. I mean, I would have
really? Okay.
You know?
Yeah. But you're waiting for that opportunity to come up again, and it normally doesn't.
Yeah.
Right. You're like, I'm ready for someone to have that Coach purse because I know it. I'm gonna buy it, but then you never see them.
Buy it off their back. Yeah. A couple of weeks ago, too, at those garage sales, I have been handing out my business card to a lot of people. A lady was, she's going to her parents' house. I mean, she was like, this is a small amount. The whole basement's full. They're like hoarders. She has not called me back. I gave it to another lady who has a bunch of Avon stuff that's new and sealed. You know, I'm just waiting for something to cash in here. Eventually someone will call when they're ready, but
Do you know, was it at a yard sale, or if you
Yeah.
have the address, I'd definitely swing by again and just be like, knock, knock. Hey, remember me?
I know. I kind of thought about sending them letters, but maybe I should just go
Yeah.
knock on their door.
Yeah. Hey, I
And the
was in the
lady,
neighborhood.
the Avon
Right.
lady was saying that she said, "Oh, I just had someone come by here yesterday who sells online and she has a lot of customers that love this perfume." And I was like, "Yes,
Yeah.
hello." I mean, like I want to buy all of this.
Right.
And then I was
Right.
asking her about certain items, and she didn't have the heavy hitters that I wanted, but I still said, "Send me pictures." I'm very interested in these, new. Usually the face creams do really well and
Yeah.
stuff.
It comes down to people that they just don't have time to call you back. They don't have time to, let me put it together for you. Then I'll think of a price. And then just normally 9 times out of 10, it just doesn't kind of pan out. You have to be persistent,
That's
right?
true. I did this weekend. I was talking to some people on Nextdoor. I mean, I don't know if you ever use that, but
No.
I was sending them, they claim they have this stuff for sale. I mean, I was sending this one lady messages about something and, "Oh, yes, yes, I will get back to you this afternoon and send you pictures, whatever." Never did. I mean, two
Yeah.
people did that to me this weekend. I'm just kind of like, whatever. You probably want too much anyways.
Yeah. That could be it too. Or they do the research themselves and they're like, hold on.
Well, I know because some lady was on there saying that she had her sister-in-law's Barbie collection or something that she wanted to sell.
Mm.
And, somebody, of course, piped up in the comments, "You should sell that on eBay. They sell for a
Oh,
lot." Well, I mean, it depends what Barbie they are. There's only
big time.
certain ones that are worth anything.
Right. I do better with the clothing than the dolls itself. The 60s clothing, I'll just lot it up and
Oh,
let it fly.
oh, that's a good
So,
idea to lot it up.
oh yeah. Yeah.
The
I don't
Barbies,
want to
the
do
Barbie
pieces,
clothes.
Barbie clothes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The clothes goes
Um,
quick.
let me think. Here's a good one for you. Um, if there was no such thing as reselling at all, no platforms, nothing, what would you be doing?
Do you consider being like an online auctioneer, reselling or not? Like as on a consignment basis?
I guess my question really was for like what we do now. We go out, we source for items, and then we sell them. So if that's not anywhere, like what
Okay.
profession, what would you be doing?
Oh, I don't.
So
Uh,
you are neck deep in reselling. There is not even a question like that's what you're doing. That's awesome. That is awesome.
I mean, I can't really think of anything else I could make money at like this,
No.
doing the amount of work I'm doing, right? I
Right.
mean,
The, the free time versus the work. Yeah.
yes. You do it on your own time. You make what you want. You know how to make more money,
Hmm.
I have, if I do have a slow week, I mean, I have quite a few bangers that I do not even list unless shit hits the fan and I really,
Wait, you store things aside and to
I do. I have quite
wow.
a few bangers that I do not even list until I am desperate. Okay. And
Very cool.
I didn't even do it in April either, when my sales were horrible. I was still holding it. You know,
So
I
that's the
probably should have just,
in case of emergency break glass. That's exactly what
yes,
that is.
because these are items that are going to sell quick for a lot of money. Which I
Interesting.
know I should probably just sell them now to get rid of them
Yeah.
and to bring the traffic to my store. I don't know. It's just one of those things.
I'm curious if you're holding things off. I'm talking to you viewers right now. If you're holding things and let's say you have a nice $250 item and you're not going to list it right away. Why are you not doing that? Is it for an emergency? Is it for like I already know this thing will sell in 24 hours. I'm just holding that. Why would you do that, or why would you not do that? I'm just curious. Let us know in the comments.
Now these
For
are way
me,
more. These are way more than $250 items.
okay, $1,000 item, bam, 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 quick grand. Are you going to list that now? Are you going to hold off for a rainy day? For me, I don't think I hold anything. I just throw it, everything I have, just go. I just got an amazing sealed video game that I know is $500.
Wow.
Bam, it's on there. Some old vintage something, boom, it's on there. I just throw it all on there. I don't know. That's just me. And then the very next week, I make no money, but that's the risk I take.
I know. I am someone who I normally have well, whenever I was working a real job, I would always have like a full-time job and like something on the side. Like that's just how so I feel like this is kind of like these items that I'm not listing are something on the side just in case. I mean, I don't know. It just makes me feel better because it is very uncertain. I mean,
sure.
Like the step with Poshmark by being suspended. I mean, who knows if that would happen with eBay? I mean, I don't know.
What is the whole deal with that again? Can you remind us and the viewers what?
Isn't it if you relist and delist too many times, they will suspend your account for 7 days. Now,
okay.
What the new chatter has been that it was supposed to start on May 1st, but now people are saying that was retroactive, April 1st through April 30th, but they just announced it on that. So a lot of people are being suspended, but I've never sold anything on Posh, so it doesn't matter.
Right. So you don't care at all. I actually had a bot, allegedly, and it would do the delist relist for me. And then I realized that it's not even helping me right now. I made like 1 sale in 2 weeks, 2 sales in a month. So I'm like, why am I paying for this thing? So I ended it, and sales have been the same.
I signed up for a cross listing service, but I don't use them for cross listing. They have these meetings that I really like. And I was going to, upload all my stuff and put it on Poshmark and do it all on Mercari. It takes me too long. I have ADD. I can't sit there and do that. I mean, it took way too long. And then I don't want to share the stuff. I don't want to pay for a bot. And I started uploading some of my stuff, and I was like, if I don't see at least $400 a month out of Poshmark, goodbye. It's not happening. So anyways, I maybe have 15 items on there right now. I can't even get into my account. I don't know why. I don't care. I may have sold all of them, and I may have been banned too.
Yeah. If it's not if the platform doesn't work for you, there's no need to be wasting your time on it.
Yeah.
Find a platform that works for you, that's easy for you, that you enjoy using. Otherwise, it's just too much work. It really is. Poshmark isn't hard to use.
Right.
I think eBay would be harder for a beginner to use than Poshmark.
I agree.
But I am so used to the eBay's way of doing things. It's second nature. So for me, it's my 90% of what I sell is on eBay.
Yeah, I know. It is really hard for new people that come from Posh trying to go to eBay because they're like, why do I have to fill all this out? But then whenever I go and list something on Mercari, I'm like, why can't I put any information in about this item? Like they don't want any information. It's very
and the shipping and all of that.
Yeah, there's like no specifics, which makes it way easier. But then like the people that are buying the stuff, it's different. It's a different clientele.
Yeah, it definitely is. We've come to the part of the show where we're going to mix it up a little bit, and we're going to play a game. Okay. And it's going to consist of about 3 parts. I have props here for you. I hope you can see them. These are items that they're all the same manufacturer. Okay. I'm going to show you them. Don't worry. These are definitely things you see at yard sales, at your garage sales, your thrift stores, probably free sometimes. And normally I pass these up. Okay. And they are Polaroid cameras.
Yeah.
How many times have you seen these in the past month? Several.
Past month, 0.
You haven't. Okay. But you've seen these before.
Oh yeah, I've sold them before.
Okay. And what did you sell them for? Do you remember roughly?
I mean, it was
Give me a
it
ballpark.
was years ago, and at the time, like I'm talking maybe 7 years ago,
Okay.
maybe $15. They're probably way more popular now again. Aren't they called like the Land or something?
Yeah, these are the 600 series that take the 600 film. Where is it? The little thing here. And then
Yeah.
has the battery and film together in a little cartridge that goes in there. Okay. These were at a local thrift store for $2 each. And I'm like, $2. Normally they're like $15 to $25. That's
Okay.
really what these sell for. That's it. They're not highly collectible.
Mm-hmm.
So the game is, and this is crazy, we already talked about what some of the stuff's worth. I also picked up this one. Very similar, right? It's the Polaroid Impulse.
Okay.
Impulse. It just doesn't have the big flip up thing here. It's this. Oh, look at that. Cool. All right. Same film. It takes the same exact film. This one, I'll give you a hint. This one is currently listed for parts.
Okay. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure that one's worth more because I've never seen that model before.
Well, you can hold off till the game starts.
Okay.
But this one's listed for parts because see the door will not shut tight. I will let you know that all three of these were tested with the battery pack, but there just wasn't any film in it. So it lit up and everything, and I even pressed the button and it made the noise and it wanted to spit the film out. Okay, so they're all like battery tested, not film tested. Okay, so number one, this is a Polaroid Impulse listed currently right now, and parts are not working. All right, look at it there. Boom, boom, boom. Number two is a Polaroid Spirit 600. Okay. And this one again, it was battery tested, not film. There's the door and the little thing. I'm always afraid of doing that. And it goes down like that. That's how you're supposed to do it. All right. That one there, it's called a Polaroid Spirit 600 with some type of weird dog or something up there. All right. And number three, we just looked at, is the Polaroid Sun 600. Okay. Now, if you want to give me a rough guess on what each one is currently listed at, I'll take that as question number one. Question number two, which one sold today? Which one sold today? And question three, which one of these sold for $275?
Okay,
I'll show them to you one more time, okay? I have these two here. So we'll call this one the Impulse.
Mm-hmm.
We'll call this one, what's that say on the top? Snap.
Oh, okay.
And then we'll call this one the Sun. Sun, okay. Snap, and Impulse. So give me a rough guess on what each one, value-wise, which one sold for $275 today.
Wow.
I am going to guess. I will give you a screenshot of it after to prove this. This blew my freaking mind.
You just photoshopped it with AI.
I did. Yes. These are all $12. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
I would guess that, what was it called? Active? What? Activa?
Sun, Snap, Sun, and Impulse.
Impulse. Okay. I would guess the Impulse one is the one that sold today for parts or repair. Then the second highest one I would think would be the Snap one with the dogs, because I've never seen that one before either. I don't know, maybe $60. And then the Sun one seems like it might be familiar. I don't know. I'm used to seeing those land. They're called land or something with the 3
Land
stripes
camera.
on them.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe the sun was like $40. I don't know. Sorry. I comp everything that I see, so I'm just not familiar with those.
Okay. Let me read that. Swamp Picker nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. This blew me away because I've sold these 600s before for like $20. For some stupid reason, this is called an IDEX, IDEXX snap. This look it. It looks exactly the same, right? No, this thing is stupid rare. Stupid rare.
Wow.
One of them sold, and here I am. I'm like, it's $2 each. Yeah, whatever. And I threw them in a bag, and I'm like, just bringing them home. This one sold today for $275.
Wow.
The listing on the left, right there, $274.99 is mine. Just sold today, plus shipping. The other ones, they're worth, like I said, between $15 and $20. That's really it. So Swamp Picker, you get points for that. Sell trash, get money. You get 0 points. Zero. I will give you, no cash and prizes. You can have a gift. What is it? What do they give you? Like a gift certificate. Here you go. Gift certificate. Swamp Picker, welcome. Judy, yes, you are correct. Tara, you are doing so good. Can you see the comments over on your side there?
No, I can't because oh wait. Sorry. Didn't even know. Sorry. Okay, now I can.
There you go.
Okay.
So I guess this is a crazy bolo. Crazy. This is the Polaroid 600 Snap IDEX. If you look it up, I'm the second person that has sold one. There are none currently listed.
Wow.
So I just went off of what the other guy sold his for. But holy cow.
That's awesome.
Maybe I should put this down really gently. So yeah, that's gonna go out. That's gonna go out tomorrow. So yeah, so if you bought it, I spent $2 on that.
Good, yes.
I'm just so glad I get to send that to somebody that can enjoy it. The other one is broken, which sucks. But anyway, yeah, so we learned something, right? Normally you would pass over some of these. I don't know why that other one is worth so much. So if someone's watching and they know why it is, yeah, it's rare. Okay. Why is it rare? Does it go with something else? Is it part of a set? Is it part of a collection? I have no clue. I literally went on there and I said, you've got to be kidding me.
Did you put rare in the title is my question.
Sell similar. I just hit the button.
Did it say rare in it?
Oh no, it has both buzzwords. Rare and hard to find.
Oh wow, that's why you sold it then.
Yep.
People
I did not do the HTF. I wrote it all out, hard to find, because that's what you search for.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, people search for that.
Yeah. What a waste, but I was lazy today and I just listed it. I'm like, I know.
Sometimes I let it roll too. Today, somebody bought a saw from me. It was like a circular saw or something. And they were like, I just bought this. Why does it have this model number and that model number? But then in the picture it has this. And I'm like,
yep.
Sell similar. I said, oh, I'm sorry. That was an oversight. I can cancel your sale. And they're like, no, don't cancel it. This is the one that I want. But yeah, I know you get messed up on some of that stuff sometimes if you're trying to go fast.
What else you got on your list? I want to answer a question.
Oh, sure.
If you guys have questions too, in the comments, just throw one out there. We'll try to answer it.
Do you have those new automatic offers set up on eBay? I have had that probably for 6 months.
I have not. I don't.
It threw some of my listings into it without my knowledge, probably 6 months ago. And then today I checked again because everybody's talking about it. Because I guess at the spring seller check-in or summer check-in or whatever that thing was yesterday, I didn't even go to it. They were talking about it. So I guess it's available to everyone now. And I checked my listings. Now I have 19 of them that were sending these offers out.
How does it work?
So like if you want to send out a 10% offer on something, I guess there's a toggle that I've never even seen that you always send this out. Like, so I don't even know that everybody's been looking at my prison phone because it's been on automatic offers with 10% off. I want to move prison phone. And at this point, I would do a 20% offer on it, you know? But I didn't realize I had like 19 items that have been thrown into that.
I'm going to have to research that. Do you guys use this new option on eBay, this automatic offers? I don't even know it. I'm in such like blinders right now, just trying to keep my, store afloat. I'm just recovering from the last 2 months that have been horrible, absolutely horrible. So I'm just psyched that I'm like hitting my quota. I'm actually making money now. So I don't know. I've never used it, but I'll definitely check it out.
Yeah, it's cool to an extent, but like some days if I'm having a bad day, I will send out a 20% offer. But like if it's an item that I just listed, I'm not sending a 20% offer on it. If it's got a sweet sell through, you ain't getting any offer.
Let me tell you how desperate I was the past 60 days. Okay. I run a coupon anyway. I find most people use it, but some people don't even use it. They just buy the item, right? And it helps with the algorithm. I got a 15% off coupon. Then I was doing a weekend sale. I was doing 15 or 20% off. So you could use that. You could get the coupon. Then I was sending offers, which is nuts. And I promote. That's how desperate I was. Like, I might as well just give stuff away at that point, because what am I down to? 50% off of the item plus, it's crazy.
And then, did you even get many sales out of that? Because I have done that before where I will do a crazy sale and I don't get anything. And I'm like, it's not me. Like, this is not me.
So Fisher Flips talked about this last week. He was doing some of that same stuff. And then he was like, hold on. These people that are looking at my items are thinking, what's wrong with it? Yeah. Why is it so cheap? Yeah. Why are you trying to almost give it away? And it almost did the opposite, had the opposite effect where people weren't buying it. Mm-hmm. His sales were worse with all that stuff on there. So I don't know. I think I would think the same. Like, dude, why is this so cheap? There's got to be something wrong with it. It's got to be a scam, right? Mm-hmm. Or it's got to be broken, or I don't know. So the more of those little tidbit things that eBay wants you to do, the promoted items and the sales and the coupons, and you might not want to do all of them. It might kind of bite you in the ass a little bit. So I've been like weaning off some of those things. I definitely don't promote at what they suggest. That is
God, no.
Nuts.
I do 5 max. Most of the things I do 2%. Sometimes 2.5. Some of my older items are at 5%. But that's my max. I don't care.
Well, you've got it on there. You're doing something. I find that if you don't promote at all, you're going to be hurting.
Because you have to, and then whenever you do the numbers on the promotions, like I spend $30 on promotions to make $1,000. Yes, I am doing that and I will continue. Like 100%. That is nice.
Yep. Yeah, you got to pay to play.
Yes. It's $30 like to make $1,000. Yes.
That's fine. Yeah, it's just the cost of doing business, and that's what it is,
It's advertising. You can't get around it.
All right, here's a great question for you. What is your best sale to date this year? Like this year, since January? Do you have a crazy one?
No, it's embarrassing. No. It's embarrassing. I just posted it on Instagram the other day. It was that.
I must have missed it. I didn't see it.
Okay. It was like proximity switches. Like they are inside of outdoor LED. I bought them at an auction. It was a liquidation auction. And I sold a ton of them to someone. The total sale was like $213. And I was just selling them for like $23 each. So that is my best one. Sorry, it's nothing crazy. And I've sold like a serger and I've sold lots of trains and stuff, but the best one are those switches.
What is the switch? I don't understand what that is.
Oh, I know. I don't know. It's like a wire that goes inside of a sign. This was a sign company that was going out of business. They were liquidating, so they just had an auction. And I just get on there and I just Google stuff. I mean, every single item, I'm looking it up. And I got all of those for, I can't remember. I mean, it was under $20.
How much? What'd you sell for?
$215 or something. And
so you're telling me that is your best sale since January.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm embarrassed. Right. Okay. Now I've had a lot of $80 sales. I mean, I've had $120 4 containers for a train. Like those train. I've had numerous train sales. I've had the train buildings because I bought 3 cartloads worth of trains.
Do you know what scale that was? Like the small ones?
HO.
Yeah. I do well with HO scale. I don't know why people love that.
Now, another thing that was very surprising, the O ones, which I thought they would be shit. And I'm sorry. I don't know if I should.
No, this is an uncensored channel. We're good.
Okay, I'm sorry. So I don't know.
She's drinking.
The O ones, I mean, those Menards O ones, I mean, I was getting like $40 for a used one. Like, I couldn't believe it. I just bought them because I was kind of like, whatever, like I figured those O ones were decent. I looked up maybe like 10 of them and I ended up buying 2 carts worth because for the most part they were new. But I mean, some of those used Menards ones, you can get $40 for one car, like the coal cars, or I mean, I don't even know what the stuff is, but I was surprised by that because I thought that Menards, I mean, it's kind of like Walmart or the hardware stores, but people love those trains. And they're built, the Menards buildings, $150, like used. Wow. I mean,
wow.
So yeah.
I'm going to beat this to death.
Okay.
Because I can, because it's my show. So there it is, right in the middle. That is my best sale this year. That is my best sale to date.
Oh my gosh, the 1600 one.
$16,999.
Wow.
I'm gonna show this every friggin' show for the rest of the year because I love this sale. I absolutely love this sale. For you viewers at home that have not seen what this thing is, this is a GameCube game, a Nintendo GameCube game called Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. Normally, you're going to find what they call the Japanese version of it, which is worth about $45, $55, $60. That's what I thought I had until I started doing some research. And then I realized this is the US version, which is very rare, I guess. Rare, hard to find, often sought after. And for a lot of these people, it is their grail. This is their grail item that they have to have it. So I learned all of this on a group, a Facebook group that I joined. I just posted a picture of it and I said, is this legit? What exactly do I have here? And then no one answered the question. They all went for sale, question mark.
Wow.
For sale. I'm like, okay, it's legit. Yeah. You just answered it without answering it.
Yes.
And then I started getting the PMs with it. Dude, would you do $1,000 for it? Hey, I'll drive there. I'll give you $1,000 cash. I'm like, well, no. If you're offering me that, then I definitely have something that's worth more than that. Mm-hmm. So then I went obviously on eBay and I started looking at, some of the comps, and it was tricky because there were some on there for like $2,500, but they were complete. They had everything. Mine was missing a couple of items in it. And I just said, I think $1,700 is fair. And 32 minutes later, it was very fair.
Wow.
It sold for full asking price with, signature confirmation and fully insured and all. And that was probably the most nervous I've ever been shipping and selling something. So
do those no problems authenticated anywhere?
No.
Did you open the cartridge up to make sure it was legit? You know how they do that?
It's a disc. It's one of those
Oh,
small discs.
God, I'm
Like that big.
sorry. Okay, that's how much I
Yeah.
know about video games.
Yeah. See it in the middle there? The
Oh,
little
okay,
red,
okay.
the red and blue disc. You can see it.
Yeah, sorry, it's
If
really
you
small
look
on
at the
my
one on
screen.
the left, yeah, I'm sorry. Does this help?
I can see it now that you said it was a disc.
Yeah.
I mean, that
So
is
if you
sweet.
see this right here, that's
Mhm.
the disc, right? And then above it, you see this little square. That's the memory card. Mine didn't have the memory card, but it had the stickers to put on the memory card. But here, check it out.
That is
You can see some of the other
nice.
prices. This is a mixture. So that's the Japanese version. Like I said, 40, 50 bucks. And then the US version, there's one 1800 that's sold. What's a nice, real nice, complete one? What is that one? Complete mint. This thing
Wow.
sold for $6,000. Come on.
How do you tell that it was the USA version? Just by the color of it, or
The
does it say?
UPC was different, and it said made in USA on it. And then there's no Japanese writing. So here's one that's similar to mine, but that one sold for 2,200. Here's
Wow.
just the disc, 1,700 bucks. That sold in April, but they're still selling. They sell all the time. May
Wow.
4th,
Yeah,
right there, $2,000.
people want them. I know. I usually just walk past video games because I don't really know anything about them. Like, I have bought numerous things. I mean, like, if there's a system and the game sitting there for 20 bucks, I definitely
Yeah,
buy it and make money on it. But like, if
yeah,
the games, I mean,
yeah.
a lot of times it's like out of my wheelhouse. Like, I don't even want to test them. I
There,
don't want to go get them.
yeah. Some, I mean, the ones that are discs, you can easily look at it and be like, dude, this is scratched to hell. Like, don't even bother with it unless it's super rare. Some people don't care. If it's super rare, the case and the manual will pay for itself,
See, I did find one. I mean, I don't even know what system this was. It was maybe called Wave Rider or something. I don't even know if that's the name of it, but I went and got it
Cartridge.
resurfaced 2 times.
Oh, it was a disc. A
Yeah.
disc. Okay.
2 times. It ended up having one little scratch on it, but I did sell it for like 60 bucks a few years ago.
Nice.
So I mean, I will go through all of them to make sure I don't have something decent in there, but
Yeah, most of the stuff I'm finding now is kind of junk. And I actually just went to my shelf back here. I'm like, you know what? We're going to do a PS2 clean out. I took all the PS2 games and just lotted them and threw them on eBay, like just gone. Like no one's going to buy an individual game for $7. Like,
I know, I've done that too. Yeah, it's like you just take the good ones out and then you just lot up the junk. Now, is media mail going away? Am I crazy?
I have not heard that.
Okay. I didn't know if that would affect you because don't you sell like a lot of DVDs and stuff? Tons.
Yeah. Yeah. That would suck if that went away because, then you're up to like $6, right? $5.80 or whatever it is.
Well, how much do they weigh? Like, because if it's 4 ounces, it's usually $4.32. I mean, that's where I live to go to New York.
Yeah, they're between 4 and 8 ounces, so some of it could go up to $6 instead of $4.60 or whatever. Yeah, that'd be a punch in the gut because no one's gonna pay that.
No. Well, I mean, if that's their only choice, they're gonna have to.
Yeah, if it's gone for everybody, then it's gone. But
I don't know. I don't know why I'm thinking that. Maybe I'm thinking of something.
I don't know. I hope you're wrong. I hope you're wrong. That would suck. But
I know, 'cause I think of a lot of people. Well, because some of these people sell these DVDs for $3.99 free shipping, and I'm kind of like, what? Like you have to.
They have to be getting a different rate because they're selling in such quantity. That's my only guess.
True.
That really is
the bulk rate.
Yeah, like the booksellers that are like, "Hey, it's $3.99 free shipping." I'm like, do you often take a 67 or 80-cent loss? I'm like, how are you doing that?
I know, and then some people tell me, "Oh, they just do it as a loss leader." I'm kind of like, "Yeah, but like it's like a needle in a haystack to sell some of these DVDs." Like,
yeah, I won't touch many DVDs unless they're sealed right now, because I'm finding that a lot of my stuff is getting just washed up with, like, everybody has 50 First Dates and Clueless, and
Yes.
like, one, it's opened, it's not sealed, it's used. Like, all right, that's $4, free shipping.
Right.
That's what that is. So I'm looking at more of like out of print, like they're not making it anymore. Even some of the horror movies I'll do really well with. And then anything that's sealed, I normally can make some money on. And then everything else, like I buy pallets of stuff.
Yes.
So pallets and pallets of media, I'll go through and I'll pull out all the video games, all the Blu-rays, all the sealed items, all the out of print items, and then everything that's left over, probably 75% of it is, you know, how many times did I find what's the movie that I always find? I can't even think of it. There's so many. They're just your random crap movies that you find everywhere. I find multiple copies of the same crap. Anyway, I box them all up, right? And I just send them on Marketplace. Like, come and get them. Dirt cheap. We're talking like 20 cents a piece, and just let them fly. And people are like, hell yeah, I'll come over and grab that. I'm like, good.
Yes, I know. I kind of wish I'm not on Facebook. I kind of wish I am, because you can offload and get sweet deals on there.
But if you don't,
I don't
allegedly, you should probably go on there and just make some type of alternate ID account. If you don't want people looking for you.
I know people, personally, that have been, well, they find out it's a fake account and then you get banned. And then like what? So I get on there and then I don't have any friends. Like, how does that work? Because I don't want to reactivate my old account.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because also
all I know is it's a great platform. I mean, for what it is, I don't ship anything on Facebook Marketplace, but I'll have people meet in public places and just offload stuff, and it is cash money.
Yes.
And they're taking the stuff that I can't sell on eBay or I don't want to sell on eBay. It's awesome. It might be something you want to look into.
Well, I mean, even the other day, you know, I was driving by the dumpster and I saw something that I thought was like a plastic tool case, and it was two like Denon stereo things. And like, that's something that I would love to sell on Facebook or Craigslist or Nextdoor, because I'm sorry. Yes, I can test it, but like, I don't want to risk the INAD. I don't want to risk all of it on eBay for something that I'm not 100% sure of, you know?
Right. No, I totally agree. It's, I don't know. It's one of those things. It's a platform that I hate because there's no customer support. There's no customer service. There's nothing. Like, you're on your own. You sell something and somebody complains about it, good luck. So that's why I don't do shipping on Marketplace. It's all only face-to-face.
Yes.
And I like big bulky items that I don't want to sell on eBay. Stuff that's a pain in the ass to ship goes right to Marketplace. You know, knowing that I'm going to make money on this item, I don't want to pass it up because I'm like,
right.
I don't want to ship it on eBay. Yeah, it goes to Marketplace, and it's awesome. So
I know. I don't
put it on your list. Put it on your list of things to do. That's it. I'm saying
let's make a fake account. I know. I just don't want to reactivate my old account. I mean, it hasn't been active for like 10 years, but like, I don't want people to see what I'm selling. Like, that's none of your business. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
you can hide your items from friends and family.
Okay.
You can do that.
Okay. Sorry.
So I don't know. I'm just a tip. Just I've done well with it, with stuff that I just don't feel like putting on eBay, you know, stuff that I know, dude, that's cash money. Someone will come and grab it real quick and then you're done, instead of boxing it and packaging and shipping it. So there's a place for it. There's definitely a place for Marketplace. I mean, I know some people that make a killing on Marketplace until they start sending you a 1099.
Oh God. Yes. Now, what is the requirement on that? I'm sorry. This light is like in my face. And so is the,
no, you're good. Right now, there's nothing. It's at the end of a sale. They're going to send you a little thing like you go to hit sold. And then it's like, did you sell this on Marketplace?
No, I didn't.
Yes. no,
No.
rather not answer is one of them. And I'm like, I'd rather not answer. I'm like, I know you're trying to trap me. I can see it right now. You're going to send me a 1099. That's exactly.
I mean, they have no way to prove it. If the money did not go through their platform, they cannot prove it.
Correct.
So,
That's really what it is. But I think they're just trying to get some type of skewed, metrics on, well, how many sales are going through our thing? All right, now we're going to charge a flat 10% fee or something.
oh, exactly. Yeah, they could care less. It's all about the money. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Do you have any closing thoughts, closing questions, or anything like that? We're going to wrap it up.
No, I mean, I think we've done it. So thanks for having me.
Awesome show. Thank you so much for filling in. Scott, if you're still listening, you can take some vacation time. I mean, don't hurry back, right? Just kidding. Guys, as always, we have fresh Pints and Profits stickers, right? Just shoot us a message. You can find us on Instagram. You can make a comment below. We'll send them out to you. We do have a bunch of coasters that are coming in. I know people are requesting coasters as they sip on their favorite beverage, like this one and like that one. What do you still have? Yeah, there it is.
I know. I still haven't finished it.
Until next time, Pints and Profits show. Thank you very much for watching, Tara. Hey guys, follow her channel. It's great. She finds some really cool items. Tons of like stuff on the side of the road, which it drives me nuts because I wish I could find that stuff too. Tara, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we'll definitely have you back on again. Cheers. Good night. We'll see you next week.